So the next thing we're going to learn is how to make directories. So we are still on the desktop. Let's make a directory here, and we're going to give it ethical. So to do that, I'll write mkdir. You can see the way the color changes. That is to recognize that that command is correct. So this is the command to make a directory, or what we call to create a folder in Windows. I leave a space. Then what is the name I'm going to call that directory? I'm going to call it course. Then I hit enter. Then ls, and again look at the directory here. So I can even navigate into that directory by saying cd course, and here I'm inside that directory. When we type pwd, you can see we are inside the course folder. But let's get away from that. Let's go back to the desktop. Now let's learn how to move a file from one directory to another. For example, I want to move this Python file into this course directory. So to do that, I'm going to use the command mv, which stands for move. Then I'm going to specify the file I want to move. I'm going to say example2.py, and where do I want to move the file? I will specify where I want to move the file. Now hit enter, and you can see the file has been moved from here to the course. So if I type ls on the desktop, the file is no longer here. But if I navigate to this course directory using cd, then ls, I will see the Python file in that place. Now let's learn how to copy a file or duplicate a file. Let's go back to the desktop. So we are now on the desktop. Now I want to copy this file, which is example1, and I want to give the duplicate a new name. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say cp for copy. Then I'm going to specify the file I want to copy, example1. Then what name do I want to give the copied file? I can say example1 copy. So I'm going to hit enter, and if you look here, this is example1 copy. So it's going to copy the file and place it on the same directory. So to check the content of both files, we're going to say cat example1, then the same thing for cat example1 copy. And you can see the content are both the same. Let's learn how to remove a file. For example, if I navigate to the course directory, and say ls, I have a file known as example2, which I can see from here, example2. Then I want to make a directory here as well. I want to call it mkdir. I want to call it folder 10. And here is the folder. I want to remove this file. So I'm going to use the command rm. After rm, I'm going to specify the file name. Example 2.py. So when I hit enter, it is gone. So what about this folder 10? rm folder 10. Enter. It says cannot remove folder 10. It's a directory. So I can actually remove it, but I want to add something at the end. Add -r and hit enter, and that folder is gone. Always pay important attention to what you're deleting and the location you are deleting. If you go to the home directory and use this command, it's going to delete the whole Kali Linux installation. So always be careful while using this particular command. Alright, let me clear the screen now. So it's time to learn how to move a file from one location to another. The trick behind this is this. For you to move a file, you have to be in that file's directory. For example, if I want to move a file from len, I have to be in that len directory. And there's something about being in a particular directory. Although you can always know where you are using pwd, but for example, if I want to navigate to the ethical hacking directory, which is inside of len, I can do that from here. I'm currently on the course directory, so I need to take a step backward, and I'm on the desktop. Then I need to go into len directory. From there, I need to go into the cybersecurity directory, then ls again. I need to now finally move into the ethical hacking directory. So let me clear this. ls, so cd ethical hacking directory. So this is one way of moving between the directories. So right now I'm inside the ethical hacking directory. Now look at another way I can achieve this. I will go to learn, cybersecurity, ethical hacking. Then here I'm going to right click and open a terminal here. Do you see the new terminal? Let me increase that. So what do you have? I'm on the same directory as the first one. So this is what I'm trying to say in moving a file. For you to move a file, you have to be on that directory. For example, let me close this. I'm going to move a file from my desktop to ethical hacking directory. So let me check what I have on the ethical hacking directory by saying ls. You can see there's nothing there. So I'll create a terminal on the desktop. ls. So I have this file there, example1. So I'm going to move example1 now. So I'm going to say mv example1. Then I'm going to put the path where I want to move this file to, and that path is ethical hacking directory. So how do I get the path? pwd. I'm going to get the path from here. So I'm going to copy that, come back to my desktop terminal, and I'm going to right click and choose paste from clipboard, and that is it. So I'm going to hit enter, and you can see the file disappeared from here. So again, if I go back to the ethical hacking directory and say ls again, that is the example1 file there which we moved. So if I want to bring this file back from ethical hacking directory to the desktop, how can I do that? I have to initiate it from the ethical hacking directory. All I need to do is to get the path to my desktop, which I'm going to do with pwd. So this is a path to my desktop. I'm going to copy that. Then I go to ethical hacking directory. I'm going to say move example1, and I'm going to put the destination where I want it to go, and I hit enter, and this is example1 back to the desktop. So this is where we come to the end of the Kali command. There are still more out there, but you can go and look for more advanced commands. I'm going to provide resources where you can have some other ones, but with this little explanation, I know you'll be able to follow up when you get other commands from the resources I'm going to provide. So that's all for this video. I'll see you on the next one.